guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he made the extra point without problem. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. He's got great speed. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. From the gun, running back gets the give. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
Trying to get it to the marker. Runs through the tackle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
That's how it's done, and it's an easy decision when you get it. There's no second guessing when you get it. Nice job by the offense converting the 4th down.
The run from the shotgun. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. Clark wants to throw. Got his man quickly. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense. When you play man coverage against this guy, when you've got DBs and their backs are turned to the QB, if you're not careful, he'll just tuck it and run and take off. And by the time all those DBs and defenders had turned around, it was way too late. He was gone.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Drive going from the 17. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Georgia State jumps back to the line. Makes the catch. It's Keith. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know.
There he goes! Smashes through the tackle. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. The Panthers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To throw, it's Stanley. Makes the catch, it's Heath. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. DB's right up on the receivers. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking to throw on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
You know, that's a throw in the drag route where you just got to have patience. You got to let your wide receiver clear through all the bodies in the middle of the field, and they just couldn't hook up on that one.
Give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He will score! Touchdown, Eagles! He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Can't do it much better than that. Get the kickoff return, take it 98 to the house, and put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Georgia State jumps back to the line.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that thing.
And on defense, you make the tackle after the catch for a first down. Now you got to go get lined up again because the offense is going fast.
Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw. It's Stanley. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Fires to the big fella. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. And the Panthers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Reads it, fires complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Gives it on the option. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And this offense continues to do such a great job on 3rd down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Erickson. Breaks into the open. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. They'll run for it. Look out, he's got room. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
What a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
And they tack on the extra point to cut the lead to 21-17. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Clark to fire. Here comes the heat. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, to give, looking for room. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. And the Eagles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. Going for the marker on the ground. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. The Eagles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Now lining up to snap it in the red zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got his man on the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. He makes a grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. That touchdown grab, the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big-time. Big-time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw, it's Stanley. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback.
Looking deep down the right side. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, Georgia State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Clark wants to throw. Makes the grab. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's going for the big play. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the second. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Ready to start things here in the second half. Georgia State about to kick it away. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They open this third quarter on top, and they build the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. Oh, he's got some space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Eagles are flying down the field.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Holding. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Eagles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Clark to fire. Here's the pressure. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. On his way back from the 20. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Finds his tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Quickly complete. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and first down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Back to pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The pull and throw off the RPO. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Clark wants to throw. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. The give to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Eagles have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
Really nice run there. And you've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the 3rd quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football because he is looking really good.
And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. They were really starting to put a drive together. And after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fox. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the will decline that penalty after the big play. Georgia Southern will have it now, 1st and goal. Caught in the backfield, it's Richardson. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Clark to fire. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Wisconsin is putting on a show offensively. Feels like they've been jumping around since the first whistle. They're up 14 over Indiana. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Slips a tackle and he's got room. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flip.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. A 1st down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. They're going to run it to the right. And a good solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Stanley. Under fire. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that one.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Under fire. Stands in and takes the hit. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They go to the ground. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Quick release by the QB. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Stanley. Rushes on him. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And the Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. It's complete on the right side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up-and-hope kind of play. Lets it fly deep downfield. This is picked off in the end zone, but the officials are saying he was out of bounds. Just an incomplete pass and a huge break for the offense. Handoff from the gun. Crosses the 35. There he goes. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on first down. Touchdown, Eagles! Quick strike through the air for the score. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Red pass, it's complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but on big moments, big 4th downs, they look for it.
And those guys are so hard to get your hands on. Like, you want to come up and jam them, you know the ball's going to come out pretty quickly, but he does a great job winning at the line of scrimmage. QB and him, same page. 4th down, no problem.
A really nice day from this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jess.
He's had a plan all game long. He just seems to find his best matchups, and he's done an awesome...
Breaks into the open. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the air, it's Stanley. Grab near the marker, it's Erickson. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Lost to throw again. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Georgia State. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea
How to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyway.
Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Working the middle, it's complete. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Got the first down and more. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He managed a few yards return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Looking to the big tight end. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football.
Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain. Quick timeout called by the defense. Clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Eagles look to keep this drive humming. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Eagles! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Georgia State takes over, ready to send off the offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Got his man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The offense set for a first down play. From the gun, running back on the move. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to pass. It's Stanley. Right down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Working that left side now. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Georgia State jumps back to the line. To the air on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Keith. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. Wants to throw it. Pressure coming. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Throws toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. Line getting set on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. Back to throw, it's Stanley. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
And, man, this defense has been so good today. They've built a lead. They know how to play with the lead. They haven't given up a lot of big plays. Right there, that's one of the bigger plays they've given up today. And at this point in the game, garbage time, you're all right with that, man. That's just padding the stats for the other side. No big deal.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
No gain on the play.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On third down, he drops to throw. He'll take a shot. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside the 40, the 30, at the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out. It's Reynolds. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking to throw, it's Stanley. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Here's a heat. He wants a big play here late. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollock and Jesse Paul.